Dear students, welcome in this video in which we will discuss about the Lorentz transformation equation. In previous video, we have discussed about the Einstein postulates, Einstein 2 postulates of special theory of relativity and Galilean transformation equation and failure of Galilean transformation equation. And in this equation, we will discuss about the Lorentz transformation equations. Lorentz do some modification in Galilean transformation equation and after that Lorentz give the transformation equation which are very useful in special theory of relativity, and today we are using the Lorentz transformation equations in special theory of relativity. So, these equations are very useful in special theory of relativity. Suppose these are two frames, this is frame S, coordinates dimensions x, y, z, and similar to Galilean transformation. Suppose this is a point P, coordinate of this point is x, y, z, t, and if we observe this frame this point P by frame S dash, the dimension of this frame is x dash, y dash and z dash, and the coordinate is, if we observe this point by the frame S dash, then it becomes P dash, x dash, y dash, z dash and t dash. And similar to Galilean transformation, the separation between these two frames, from frame S it should be V t, and from frame S dash it should be V t dash. And if we and V is the relative velocity between these two frames V, and it will be a constant velocity. It should be a constant velocity, and Galilean gives the transformation, gives the relation between the coordinate system of frame S dash and frame S, that is x dash equal to x minus V t. This is a relation between the coordinate system which is observed by frame S dash and which is observed by frame S. Lorentz do a modification. As per Lorentz, x dash is not exactly equal to x minus V t, it should be equal to gamma x minus V t. X dash should be equal to gamma into x minus V t, where gamma will be a proportional constant. This is a modification which is done by the Lorentz. And in second, if we transform the equation as previous video we have seen that if x dash is replaced by x and equal to gamma, x is replaced by x dash, then V becomes negative, means plus V, and t becomes t dash. It means x dash is equal to gamma into x minus V t, and in next form it becomes x equal to gamma x dash plus V t dash. So, we can consider it equation number 1 and equation number 2, and suppose if we take equation number 2 or equation number 1, put the value of x dash in this equation, it becomes x equal to gamma x dash, value of x dash is gamma x minus V t plus V t dash. We have put the value of x dash in this equation here, and it becomes x equal to gamma x minus V t plus V t dash, and now x upon gamma equal to gamma x minus v t plus v t dash, and we can also write it v t dash equal to x upon gamma minus gamma x minus v t, or we can say x upon gamma minus gamma x minus minus plus gamma v t. V t dash equal to x upon gamma minus gamma x plus gamma v t. And now t dash equal to divided by v, this equation divided by v, x upon gamma v minus gamma x upon v plus gamma v t upon v. If we divide this equation by v, then it becomes t dash equal to x upon gamma divided by v, it becomes x upon gamma v, and minus gamma x becomes minus x gamma x upon v, and plus gamma v t divided by v, and it becomes t dash equal to x upon gamma v minus gamma x upon v plus v cancel out gamma t, or we can write gamma t, take common minus gamma x upon v. In these two terms, take minus gamma x upon v common. Now it becomes 1 minus x upon v, 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. If we take gamma x upon v common in these two terms, it becomes 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. It may be equation number 3. It may be equation number 3. And we know that as per Einstein's second postulate, velocity of light is always equal to c, either we are observing from frame S or we are observing from frame S dash. It means the Lorentz transformation equation as per equation number 1, it is x dash equal to gamma x minus v t, and it should be x dash equal to gamma x minus v t, and x should be equal to velocity into time c into t, and x dash should be c into t dash. Time with x, time is t, with x dash time should be t dash, and velocity of light c remains same in both frame as per the Einstein's second postulate. And if we put the value of x and x dash in this equation, this x dash becomes c t dash equal to gamma, this x becomes c t minus v t, x becomes c t minus v t, and we can write c t dash equal to gamma, we can take t outside and it becomes c minus v, c t dash equal to gamma t common c minus v, and as per equation number 2, equation number 2 is x equal to gamma x dash plus v t dash, x equal to gamma x dash plus v t dash, and value of x is c t equal to gamma, value of x dash is c t dash plus v t dash, and we can take t dash common, it becomes c t equal to gamma t dash c plus v, c t dash equal to gamma t c minus v, and c t equal to gamma t dash c plus v. Now we can multiply these two equations. Suppose this is equation number 4th, and this is equation number 5th. And if you multiply both Ct dash from equation 4th, Ct from equation 5, gamma t c minus v, gamma t c minus v, this is from equation from 4th, gamma t dash c plus v from equation 5th, and we can see that t dash t cancel out, c into c becomes c square, gamma into gamma it becomes gamma square, c minus v into c plus v is c square minus v square, and here gamma square equal to c square upon c square minus v square, and value of gamma divided by c square in numerator and denominator, then gamma square becomes c square upon c square divided by numerator, c square numerator divided by c square minus v square divided by c square upon c square, it should be 1, c square upon c square 1 minus v square upon c square. This is the value of gamma square, and gamma should be under root 1 upon 1 minus v square upon c square, or we can say that gamma equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square. This is the value of gamma. And if we will discuss about equation number 1, it should be x dash equal to gamma x minus Vt. Now we have the value of gamma, and equation number 1 becomes x dash equal to gamma means 1 upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square x minus Vt. It means this equation becomes x minus Vt upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square, or we can write x dash equal to x upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square. This is one Lorentz transformation equation, and if x dash is replaced by x and x is replaced by x dash, then x minus Vt, x dash equal to x minus Vt upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square, and here x dash is replaced by x is replaced by x dash, minus v becomes plus v, and t becomes t dash under root 1 minus v square upon c square. This is another Lorentz transformation equation. These are two Lorentz transformation equation. Now we are moving towards equation number 3. Equation number 3 is t dash equal to gamma t minus gamma x. This is gamma x upon v minus gamma x upon v 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. We can write it from equation 3, t dash equal to t minus gamma x upon v 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. This is equation number 3, gamma t minus gamma x upon v 1 minus gamma square, gamma t minus gamma x upon v 1 minus gamma square, or we can write t dash equal to gamma common t minus x upon v 1 minus 1 upon gamma square, and we have the value of gamma. Now we want to calculate the value of 1 minus 1 upon gamma square, and it should be, if gamma is 1 upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square, gamma square becomes 1 upon 1 minus v square upon c square, or 1 minus v square upon c square equal to 1 upon gamma square and 1 minus, we want value of 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. 1 minus 1 upon gamma square should be 1 minus 1 upon gamma square should be v square upon c square, may be shifted there, v square upon c square. It means value of 1 minus 1 upon gamma square is equal to v square upon c square. So, we can write v square upon c square in place of this term 1 minus 1 upon gamma square. So, this equation third becomes t dash equal to gamma we can put in this term gamma t minus x upon v, 1 minus 1 upon gamma square becomes v square upon c square, v square upon c square, 1 we cancel out and it becomes t dash equal to gamma t minus x v upon c square, x v upon c square, this is c square. And now we can put the value of gamma and this equation becomes t dash equal to t minus x v upon c square, value of gamma is 1 upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square. This is next third Lorentz transformation equation, t dash equal to t minus x v upon c square under root 1 minus v square upon c square. And if we replace t dash by t, t by t dash, x by x dash, then v becomes negative, means plus x dash v upon c square upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square. This is fourth Lorentz transformation equation. We can say that this is first Lorentz transformation equation, this is second Lorentz transformation equation and this is third Lorentz transformation equation and this is fourth Lorentz transformation equation. And as we have seen that these two frames are moving in x dimension. So, there will be change in only x coordinate, not in y and z coordinate. So, y and z coordinate remains same, z dash equal to z and y dash equal to y. So, these are the this is the proof of Lorentz transformation equation, and by the help of these Lorentz transformation equation we can calculate the length contraction time dilation. We will discuss about the length contraction and time dilation in our next video. Thank you.